So now we are entering door is also re-laminated. We have used the old doors, but it is just re-lamination which we have done. Laminate which is used is merino, and for the framing, I have used plywood framing with a router machine. We have added a piece of wood with a rounding edge so that it goes throughout the C-shape door framing, so that it is very much easier and practical to handle. Yes, hardware I have used new hardware here. So if you see the lock, so this is how the door opens. Hinges are also brand new. Now we are entering the kitchen. So I'll just complete the kitchen door. So this again is triple lock. So that is an additional feature what we have given here, so that it becomes easier. In case if there is these days everywhere we have ACs, or you have provision for ACs. So it is always better from the cutoff point of view to have doors. So when the kitchen is having a door, it is very much accessible for the client to operate the AC. So that once all the doors are closed, the AC in the living room and dining room will give you a proper output. So that is how having a kitchen door becomes easier. Also, it becomes from the privacy point of view. For example, if you have a 24 by 7 maid staying here in the flat, so in this flat, especially the kitchen area is a bigger one. So kitchen has an extension to a servant's room here. So for the privacy of her, or when she wants to stay at night, she can definitely make use of this door. So that is how having this door was a win-win, and I personally feel that having a door to the kitchen is a good add-on. So now since we have covered the door will also be a door magnet. So in case if you want to open, it becomes easier. The door gets rested, and it doesn't come in your path, or it is like a complete clear passage. So the door is completely intact. Now let us start from the flooring. So in this kitchen, I haven't done much of civil work. The flooring was all popped up because of few defects in the floor. So we had to do the re-flooring. Now flooring here, if you see, I haven't gone for a plain flooring. I have gone for a motif. I have gone for a you can't term it as Moroccan, but yes, it has a bit of Italian taste because since I already mentioned, this was purely a flat which was to be rented out. So the major thing here was the repair work. Now the repair work had been, I didn't want it just to go for plain repair. I wanted it to be repaired with some of aesthetics. So if you see, my cabinets are old cabinets. I have salvaged this units. Like these are all the old cabinets. The color of the laminate which was there was a blue and a off-white or a light beige, which was already there. The platform is also the old one, which was a black and white. Now I have just changed the handles. Since the earlier used handles were of this size, I actually wanted to go for antique finish handle, but because this size is not very much into practice these days. So the challenge with me was to find a handle which exactly fits in the same hole. So this was the only option which was there. So that is how I've gone for SS handles. These are SS finish. These are pure SS handles with a CP finish. This becomes easier from the tendency point of view because it is very much easier for wear and tear and repair and the handling as well. So I've just used the handles are new. The hardware I have definitely gone for new hardware. Like I've changed the hinges, I've changed the channels. This edge paneling or this edge finishing what you see was already there. So instead of going for wood, I have used a darker tone of navy blue, which is complementing with the off-white and which is complementing even with the blue which is used here. So this is a blue, this is a tone of blue, and this is a beige, but this is a blackish blue, like a dark navy blue. So that is how I have kept the same navy concept here. Now because this was already there, the platform also was already there, I had to hunt for the wall tiles and for the floor tiles, which gives a proper sink and which gives a proper flow to the kitchen. So that's how this flooring was selected by me. Now if you see, in the flooring, it has the beige colors, it has light, it has dark beige, it has blue element. So now this entire design is going with my carpentry units, with my kitchen platform and with the entire in sync. So since the flooring was with pattern, it is creating a different impact, it is creating a different vibe in the entire kitchen. Now the wall tiling, I mean here this was an entire wall. I've just knocked off the wall to give that openness because my client already had this challenge when they were earlier occupying this flat or when they were staying in this flat. They always had that the kitchen is very stuffy. There is no proper circulation and there is no proper ventilation in the kitchen. So since I had to continue the same platform, I thought of just having an opening over here so that there's only one window in the kitchen area. So now because of this opening, the entire kitchen is looking bigger. It is the same size of kitchen, but the appeal, but the floor which we are arrived by knocking off this wall is really a good one. Plus, because I have removed that wall, my tiling cost also went considerably down because I didn't have to tile this area. So it is only the tile which I have used here, which is 1 feet. I have maintained this 1 feet height here on purpose because when the gas stove will be here, the cooking would become a bit easier. And as once we cook, there are Indian cooking is often associated with a lot of oil and spices. So it becomes easier if there is if there is something on the back so that there is no much spillage. If I would have gone for a smaller size as well, but then that could have been a nuisance for the client or for the tenant who is staying here. So that is how I had maintained height of 8 inches. So this is an 8 inches upstand which is there, and this is just tile. The tile which I have used are again 2 by 1. I haven't gone for any fancy or any imported tiles. These are again tiles made in India, and plus it is the size is also 2 by 1, so that becomes easier from the budgeting point of view. Now the platform is all old, but only this patch of granite has been changed. I have just had a new granite inserted at this point because the old platform there was a white crack which was there through and through. So only this patch of granite is new. The rest everything including the kitchen sink is all old. It is only the patch of granite, the wall tiles which are here and the wall tiles which are here are new. Rest everywhere it is all the old things. Here there were tiles earlier, but I have removed the tiles because I didn't want it that tile, everywhere the tiling concept. Because cleaning point of view, this becomes easier as it is. There is nothing cooking associated here because there is no space for any appliances over here. So I preferred having this in paint. Paint which we have used is plastic paint, which is again easy to mop. You can direct, that is again the Asian paint, so which becomes very much easier for cleaning as well. So I have explained you the flooring, I have explained you the hardware of the kitchen. Like all these drawers were old, so we have just gone for telescopic channels. Soft close was not possible because these were old units, so I have just gone for telescopic channels, which is easier for the handling. So everything comes to utility. Kitchen sink is all the old one, but I have just changed the plumbing fixture. The plumbing arrangement has been changed. I have gone for a hot and cold mixer over here because my client wanted a provision of geyser. This is the provision for your water purifier in case if they have the water purifier which is mounted on the wall. So this takes care of the inlet, and this is the electrical provisioning. This is the geyser switch, and this is the provisioning for the aquaguard, or not the aquaguard but the water purifier provisioning is done over here. So this entire plumbing is new, but the rest plumbing is all old. We have maintained it as it is. The entire cabinetry what you are seeing in the kitchen is also old. It is just revived. It is by giving a new hardware and by proper cleaning and the change of handles. So talking about the ceiling, the entire ceiling has been replastered because there were major defects of the plastering popping out. So I have completely re-plastered the entire ceiling. Since it was like from the rental point of view, I haven't gone for any false ceiling. That is how you see the ceiling. It is just with surface lights and provision of fan. I have given a pattern in the ceiling. If you can just focus on the ceiling. So this is a sponge effect which I have got. This is not with any texture paint. It is a regular paint. It is a regular Asian paint. I have gone for two shades. One is the plain white, absolute white, and second I have gone for a shade which is virgin mountain. So this is a combination of those two shapes which are used for the sponging effect. So this is actually done on purpose because this is actually reducing the undulations which are there on the ceiling. So because it is not for, because I have not gone for any fall ceiling budgeting point of view, this effect nullifies the defect of undulation. So it is not even visible that there are any such things on the ceiling. So that is how I have gone for the sponging effect throughout the flat because the entire ceiling has been replastered. So this was the kitchen footage what I had to cover. Now I will just gradually advance you to the passage area. Now this flat has a bigger space here in the kitchen. So because the flat on the second floor in this complex has a bigger ceiling, a bigger balcony for the kitchen and a balcony for the living room. So this space, I mean, we just had this granite top here, so there was no storage here. I felt that giving a storage units like this would definitely be an add-on. So I've just gone for the storage units. I mean, these are just the doors. The entire structure was already there. I've just gone for two doors and a provision of a shelf. The shelf is also a folding one in case if something bigger has to be done. You can just remove the shelf, keep it down and access. Windows are completely new. I have gone for anodized windows. These are again 16 gauge windows, 16 gauge thickness what we have used. So these are two track plus one track of mosquito mesh. So that is how the window configuration is arrived over here. I haven't purposely gone for an exhaust fan provision because that provision has done in the other lower windows. So now this passage actually since we wanted the geyser to be placed in the kitchen, I didn't wanted that visibility from outside. So the geyser provisioning would be done here. The connection is from the other side, but the geyser would be here. So your geyser unit, the electrical of the geyser, everything is over here. So these are the pipes which are there at the society, which takes care of the outlet of the kitchen. So I didn't purposely cover it up because as I told you, I didn't want it to inflate the bill. So I didn't want to inflate the cost. So that is how I have skipped this. So the pipe is like PVC pipe and it is just painted. So then it takes care of the requirement. Now this is an open area. This could be used for a dining or it could be used for multi-utility like for storages or any other thing whatever the tenant intends to. There is a provision of a fan here. I have purposely kept a provision of a fan. Like for example, if they want to have a dining table here, it becomes easier by having the provision for a fan. This area is completely plain. This is the duct area. So we have just gone for lower windows with a provision of a mesh. There is a provision of a mesh so that lizards, mosquitoes would not be a nuisance. And the kitchen exhaust. This is one exhaust which I have kept exclusively for kitchen because we already have a window there. The window has an arch, so if I would have to go have a provision of exhaust over there in that window, the window height would have been reduced. So I have skipped it there and I have kept the provision of exhaust over here. Now this area was a servant's bathroom, but they didn't want to have that bathroom provision over here. So this is exclusively designed for the provisioning of a washing machine. So the washing machine will be placed here and a dryer if required also can be placed here. So the dryer pipe can be taken out from this part. So the entire, this glass only needs to be changed. There will be a cut over here and the pipe can go outside. So this is how the window is designed here. Again the lower windows with a mesh, so which takes care of the mosquitoes and lizard or any rodents as such. Also there is one more exhaust slot given here so that in case of one exhaust for kitchen is not sufficient, there are two exhausts which are already provision. So this is the outlet where your washing machine outlet pipe can directly be connected. So the entire bathroom remains dry. The outlet connection is completely there. So it doesn't give that shabby look and it is very easy to maintain. The electrical for both dryer and the washing machine the switches are over here. For the dryer I have given a socket here. So the tiling which I have used overall in the kitchen is the same over here as well. I have just used this tile which is a bit rustic, which is going with the entire theme of the kitchen, and the size is 2 by 1. The framing I have done here single framing granite because since they didn't wanted any door here, even I didn't recommend them to give a door because let's say there is no requirement for a door here, so I didn't wanted that too two-tiered framing. I just gone for single frame with granite. It is easier to maintain and it gives a clear flow. So that's it from the kitchen side. I have covered the kitchen detailing. I have covered the detail section where we have a provision of a washing machine and a dryer, and this becomes a utility area. So as and when whoever the tenant wants to, he can use that to complete utility. So that's it from my side for the kitchen. Thank you.
I truly appreciate your time. Thank you for watching my video. If you resonate my content, do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Bye bye.